This is a limited series powered by the Work Defined Podcast Network. What is going on? This is Ryan Leary from Work Defined. Have you ever wondered what really goes down behind the cubicles? This is Workplace Misconduct, the limited series based on Fama's 9 to 5 Nightmares podcast, where workplace misconduct gets unpacked. Raw stories, real consequences, and frankly, lessons we all need to hear. This series is brought to you by Fama, helping companies screen for misconduct before it's a headline. Check them out at fama.io.
This is William Tincup and Ryan Leary. We are broadcasting from Fama's booth at HR Tech, and Mike's with us?
That's right.
All righty, Mike. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now.
Sure. So Mike Wolford, and right now I'm getting ready to release my next book called The AI Analyst, which will teach recruiters and sourcers how to use GPT-4 and Gemini to do the analytics that they need to do in their job without being a data scientist.
You've carved out a really cool niche.
Thanks.
And you did it before everyone, you did it in a way that, like, listen, I just want to figure this thing out.
Right.
And I think it's great. I love the niche that you've carved out for yourself and also for the firm that you work with.
I appreciate that.
We're talking about HR horror stories.
9 to
Now,
5 Nightmares.
Because you've always worked on the recruiting side, this is how do you... First of all, we'll talk about a story.
Sure.
Like the last story was... the HR manager, the HR leader sent out an email about somebody smoking pot in the bathroom, ladies' bathroom. Ended up being her and the VP of marketing.
Nice.
Okay, I've got tons of these stories, right? So first thing is, like, and again, you don't have to name names or anything like that, so that's not the bit.
Right.
The bit is like something that outrageous employee behavior that you've seen or heard of, et cetera. Do you have a go-to story?
Oh, sure. So when I was a staffing recruiter, I had one of my guys out on placement on assignment, and he spoke Russian, and he started writing emails to a female coworker in Russian that were inappropriate, and he thought because they were in Russian, nobody would ever know what he was actually saying to her until HR got involved and read the emails and had them translated.
Seems kind of basic, right?
Holy How do you screen out for something like that? So now on the recruiting side, back to all the experience that you had in your life, how do you know that's going to happen and to avoid those characters?
So when you're asking questions in an interview, if they have overly elaborate explanations for certain things, like when somebody gets sick for work, they call in, I'm sick. When someone's lying, they're like, oh, I got a fever, and like I don't feel good.
They go into detail.
Chills.
They go into details.
Yeah, they go into the... Do you know how many grandmothers I've heard about people losing?
Yeah.
Like, they give you the details when they're lying. So a lot of times you can just tell by unnecessary... Or they say things that can't possibly be true, right? Like they're used to expanding their stories. Oh, yeah, I'm a JavaScript programmer. Okay.
We can screen out these people, right?
Yeah,
I mean, do we all three believe that we can actually screen these people out?
Yeah, because they say things that are verifiably not true. Like that's part of the pattern of behavior, is they think that they're getting away with
Do you
something.
see a play for AI?
Definitely. I think I actually think that this is a little sidetrack here. I know everybody's afraid of Terminator, but I think this is how AI actually takes us out. It's nicer to us than other people. And we want to interact with it more than we want to interact with other people because it doesn't have a temper. It doesn't lose control. It doesn't have an ego for us to bruise. And so it never retaliates. And I think it's probably more likely that humans become more enamored with AI than other people. And eventually that's what ends our species, is we just don't like hanging out with each other as much as we like hanging out with our robot friends.
I mean, look, I'd rather talk to my GPT than you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
I can see it helping a lot with forecasting and predicting.
Yeah.
A lot better, especially with a lot of data. To be able to say, seeing patterns.
It's just like if you're a human doctor and you see an MRI, you could see cancer at a certain stage. But the AI could see it 3-4 months before that because it can see patterns that we just can't see.
Right.
Because we don't have enough data in our brain to be able to see that. So I absolutely think that AI can.
That is fantastic. Brother, what are you trying to get out of HR Tech? What's the bit for y'all?
Well, for me, it's getting recruiters to be data-driven in a world of AI where we're becoming more and more efficient and less relevant. The role has to change, and we have to become a data-driven profession, which means we walk in, we know how much our competition is paying, and we're able to demonstrate that to our partners. We're able to know where the talent is, how likely it is to respond to us, how much it's making, and where our top sources of hire are, so that we're focused from the very beginning on the most effective channels. That's the recruiters who want to stay in this job long term, because we're attriting jobs. We are. I look at the data all the time. If you're going to stay in this job, you're going to have to become more efficient, but more butts and seats and less time. And the way to do that is to let AI do the scheduling and the phone screening. I'm sorry, we can't. What good's a phone screen right now? Can you phone screen me for a Python developer right now? I got my phone. Let's go.
Yeah.
Right now, there's no way. So we have to give that up, and we have to become the strategic advisors who know the data like the back of our hand and run the AI. That's my gig.
I love it. Brother, thank you so much for coming
Appreciate
by
it.
and hanging with us.
Guys, it's always a pleasure to see you.